Hello, welcome to my channel, The Ascension Guide. I'm your guide, Joe Martin. So today's message from Archangel Ariah is revolving around empaths and empathy. So as many of you know, right now we're kind of in a battle between light and dark. And this is obviously like an eternal battle that's been going on since the beginning of time, but it's kind of ramping up right now with the separation between the two earths that's occurring. So in this battle, Ariah just wanted me to illuminate a couple of things to help, some people in this journey, because people who are empaths obviously feel empathy and they take on other people's emotions. And, the first part of that is protecting yourself and not taking on other people's emotions. It's okay to be there and to understand them and to help them as best you can, if you wish. But we have to understand that it's not our duty to take on other people's feelings and emotions and make them our own. And understanding how to protect ourselves from that and how to prevent taking on other people's feelings and taking on their crap, essentially, and feeling it as your own. And a lot of people don't know how to do this, and they don't know how to differentiate, and they get stuck where they feel all these other emotions and they aren't theirs. And they're coming home from work feeling drained or exhausted or mad or angry or tired, whatever it is. And a lot of them don't know why. All day at work, they're fine, they're happy, they're cheery, they're talking to their coworkers, they're having a great time, and then as soon as they leave, they're just like, oh my God, I feel drained. And then they're miserable or whatever it is by the time they get home to their families or whatever. And a lot of people don't understand this. I didn't understand it myself. I was always, I'd come home from work and I'd be like, I was in a great mood all day. And then as soon as I get in my car almost and drive home, it was like everything just kind of sunk in. And I was like, man, I gave away all the energy I had. And then whatever was out there stuck to me. And it just totally dragged me down and brought down my whole mood. So, how to prevent that? What you want to do is imagine yourself in a white ball of light. I've talked about this before, protecting your energy. I'll link to the video here. But essentially, you want to imagine yourself in a white ball of light with a gold shield around it. And then you can either, everything is our intention that we do. So maybe this sounds crazy to some of you. Maybe this sounds totally normal to others. But our intention is what creates all of this. So if you have the intention to have this gold shield that allows nothing through it, then nothing will come through. If you have a gold shield that you only allow the highest vibrations or white light or however you want to put it, because you still want input, especially those of you who have any of the clairs or anything like that, who still want your input from your guides and whatnot, you want that white light to be able to penetrate through, and you want those messages to still be able to come through, but you don't want those lower vibrations or other people's stuff attaching to you. So be specific in what kind of shield you're creating for yourself. You want this white ball of energy around you. First, that helps to keep your energy high. I noticed even when I'm feeling a little low or starting to feel those emotions, I will just imagine the white ball of light, and immediately I'm like, oh, okay, I start to feel better. And then also I know I'm not taking on other people's stuff, as I'm not ready. And this is a daily practice. Okay, this isn't something that you go and you say, all right, I'm going to have white ball of light for the rest of my life, and blah, blah, blah. It really doesn't work like, as far as I know, it doesn't work that way. It's kind of got to be a more daily or in the moment type of deal. Anytime I'm about to go in public, anytime I'm about to go online, anytime I'm about to interact with other people, I always do this. And you'll definitely notice a huge difference in the way you feel, the way you think, your emotions, all of that. So, keep that in mind when you're going out into public. And then, as I've talked about in the video before too, when you get home, Palo Santo yourself, or sage, whatever works for you, or incense, or whatever resonates with you. Get rid of anything that's attached to you from when you were out. And this goes for text messages, internet calls, anytime you're on social media, anything like that too. Anything, there's many different ways that things can attach to you. And you've probably noticed yourself going on social media in a great mood and then coming out of there like, what the hell, and being all mad and whatnot. So there's a reason things can attach to you through there. Okay, and then the second part of this empathy thing that Ariah wanted me to talk about with you guys is as empaths, be careful. Be careful who you're helping. Be careful who is looking for help. And be careful where you're directing your energy. Because I may have mentioned this in another video before, but I get this vision from Ariah that they show me of like this black puddle, and there's like this dark figure with its arm reaching out like it's saying, help me, and really all it's trying to do is as soon as you grab its hand, it's going to pull you into that black puddle. And for empaths, they know this. They know that you're going to bend down and help because that's your nature. And there's nothing wrong with that nature as long as you know your boundaries and can draw lines and not be taken advantage of by people who are simply trying to pull you down to their level through the illusion of looking like they need help. And this can be confusing because, I do believe there are a lot of people who truly do need help. And then there's this other side of them that doesn't want the help, if that makes sense. It's like that light and dark battle within themselves, and if that darkness is winning, they may want help, but that darkness is winning, and they're just really trying to pull you down. And maybe at other points, the light's winning, and they really do need help, and they really do not want help. But you need to understand the difference and be able to understand when you're giving the same advice every day to somebody, it's not changing. They just keep coming back to you, and they keep trying to bring you down and telling you the same problems and the same things, and you offer the same solutions, and it's still the same cycle every day, every month, every week, whatever it is. Those are the people that it's just time to walk away from, because they're not getting anything from your information. They're not seriously valuing what you're giving them. They are simply using you to either try to make themselves feel better momentarily, but they're not taking the advice that you're giving them, so they're not making the changes that they need to make overall big changes so that they don't feel that way all the time. Or they're simply doing what I said before, and they're trying to bring you down to their level. We have to understand that the darkness, as Ariah explained it to me, has had a millennia to evolve and, come up with these tricks and tactics and ways to get to people, right? And a lot of times it can look like it's coming from a good place. It can look like it's innocent. It can look like, somebody truly needs help. Whatever they want it to look like, they are very good at disguising things, especially if you're not aware and you don't understand that that's even a possibility for them to do. And one thing that we need to keep in mind right now as light workers, as they show me, I think it's called a snuffer, the little thing that it's like a little cap that you put on candles to put out the light. That's what these negative entities are trying to do for people who are light workers, whose light is shining brightly at this point, who is helping other people, who is guiding people through this process. Those are the people that they want to target and try to snuff out that light. And I'm not saying they're going to try to execute you or anything like that, but they're going to do things to try to bring down your vibration, i.e. send in somebody who looks like they need help and is trying to just bring you down to their vibration. And, there's many different ways that they can do this. I'm not going to go into all of them right now, but we need to be aware of where we're putting our energy. We need to be aware of who we're putting our energy into and who we're allowing their energy to be put onto us. And once we have a better grasp of this, then we won't be taking on so many other things from other people and not understanding why all of a sudden we were in a great mood and now we're in a bad mood. Understanding how energy works and how it can transfer, and how when you give all of your energy throughout the day, you're draining yourself. You need to protect your own energy. It's okay to give some of it, but you need to be able to protect your own energy and keep your own energy and not give it away to everybody else, so that when you're feeling completely drained and exhausted by the end of the day, and then you have nothing left to give your family when you get home, or nothing left to give yourself when you get home. That's not how it's supposed to work. It needs to be reciprocal. If you're constantly giving, then those aren't the people that you probably need to be around. I understand if it's your job and you don't really have any other way around it, it is what it is at this point, but find a way to protect yourself. Find a way to protect your energy. Like I said, light ball, gold shield, only allowing the highest of white lights to penetrate through, vibrations, whatever you want to call it. And that's at least a good start for you to help protect yourself, and hopefully just having this awareness and understanding. And I'm sure a lot of you watching this are like, oh yeah, I definitely have somebody like that in my life, or I definitely have met that type of person. So I'm sure it resonates with plenty of us, as we've all are kind of going through this same situation. So All right, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. As always, please go ahead and like and share this if you got anything out of it. We want to get this message to as many people as possible so that we can help as many people as possible. And if this message, resonates with you in any way, I would appreciate you subscribing. It lets me know that you're getting value out of my messages. Well, not my messages. I just translate them for Ariah. So, but anyway, thanks everybody. Till the next video. Love and light.